had been a dream of mine for years to go to Kauai and be able to spend some time there painting and playing in the surf and hiking. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful place. And I am a water baby. I could spend all day in the water. So I went there and packed up paints and a swimsuit, and that was almost all I brought with me, and I loved it. I loved it. So every day I would either go kayaking or hiking or swimming or a little bit of surfing, and then I would come back with the inspiration of that day and paint. So I went hiking one day, and I found this trail off in this park, and it was wonderful because there was just nobody there at all whatsoever. And I kept hiking up these steep switchback trails, and I loved it because you never, on an unfamiliar trail, you just don't know what's around the bend. And then I came to this opening, and I looked up, and there was just this gorgeous stand of trees. And the way that it was so interesting how I could see them, because there had been a cross section kind of cut out from the land. They weren't really wide trees, but they seemed so sturdy and they seemed so strong. And I realized that it was a stand of trees, but it really seemed like they were standing there. They were there. They had built a foundation. And it just reminded me of my own life in terms of, what does it mean to stand in my life? What am I going to stand for? What is important to me? Am I willing to stand up in my own life? And how I think each of us asks that question in our own lives, in terms of, what does it mean to stand up in our lives and stand for something, whether it's a dream that we have or standing up for ourselves or for someone else. Trees just did it so elegantly, and I thought, what a great reminder, and how their roots grew so far into the ground, and how that foundation is so important for us to build in order to stand in our lives. What I realized is these trees, part of what made them so strong is that they stood together. And that the trees that would stand together really seemed to fare a lot better than to a tree or a bush that might be off on its own. And again, it was this beautiful reminder of what it means for us to stand as one in our lives, in terms of when we can come together and stand together as one unit, how much more powerful we can be.